So let us restart. Let us restart. Now, sigma restricted to F alpha is also an isomorphism because the restriction of an isomorphism is an isomorphism, but not to whole of E dash. It would be an isomorphism to some subfield of E dash. Restricted to F alpha is an isomorphism is an isomorphism. Say that isomorphism is tau. Tau would be tau would be from F alpha to some subfield of E dash, to some subfield of E dash. Okay, and that automorphism, this tau is completely determined by its action on alpha. Okay, tau is completely determined by its action on the generator, its action on alpha. That is to say that tau alpha. Since alpha generates, this is because alpha is a generator of F alpha over F. And we know that if alpha is a root of some polynomial, then any isomorphism, we just prove the proposition that if alpha is a root of some polynomial, then tau alpha is also a root. Okay, so by proposition in the previous lecture, we can see that tau alpha must be a root, say beta of p dash x. You can see this, that tau alpha is a root of p dash x. Say this root is beta. So then we have a diagram. Actually, we have this diagram. Then we have the diagram which actually represents all this discussion. Here you have phi. Phi is from F to F dash. Then you have tau, which is from F alpha to F dash beta. Now that subfield would be F dash beta, है ना? जो मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, some subfield of E dash, that subfield would be nothing but F dash beta. So you have tau, and then on the top you have sigma. Sigma is from E to E dash. So you have this situation. Okay. Okay. So hence to count the number of isomorphism sigma, we need to count such diagrams. So to count the number of extended isomorphisms sigma, we need to count the possible number of these diagrams. We need to count the number of these diagrams. And how do we get these diagrams actually? We are getting diagrams corresponding to the roots of this polynomial px ना. हर किसी रूट के लिए आपको ये चीज आप कर सकते हैं, the same thing. Actually, you have to count the number of roots of the polynomial px. Okay, that is to count the number of roots of px, number of roots of px, and hence p dash x, and hence p dash x. Okay, and since the degree of px is same as degree of p dash x, since degree of px is same as degree of p dash x, okay, and this degree is equal to what? Degree of f alpha over f. Okay, we see that the number of, so the number of extensions, of phi to tau is at most this degree f alpha over f, and it is exactly f, it is exactly this one if the roots of px are all distinct, and exactly this f alpha over f if the roots are distinct, if the roots of px and hence p dash x are all distinct, all distinct. Now since E is the splitting field, since E is the splitting field, E is the splitting field for the polynomial fx over f, this is our assumption. It is also over f alpha. It is also the splitting field for f of x over f alpha, because this polynomial also belongs to this f alpha x. Similarly, by similar argument, E dash is the splitting field for f dash x over f beta, over f dash beta, over f dash beta. And we know that, and the degree of extension of E over f is, sorry, the degree of extension of E over f alpha is less than degree of extension of E over f. Okay, because this would be a subspace, this E over f is a subspace, proper subspace of E over f alpha as vector space. So by induction hypothesis the result is true, because by induction we are assuming that the result is true for all those extensions whose degree is less than the degree of extension of E over f. So by induction hypothesis, the result is true for E over F alpha. So by induction hypothesis, the result is true for this E over F alpha. Okay. So this means what? That is the number of extensions, of tau to sigma, because if you see the diagram, we are going from here to here in this case. So we are actually saying that the number of extension of tau to sigma. So the number of extensions of tau to sigma is less than or equal to degree of extension of E over F alpha. With equality, with equality, if fx has distinct roots, distinct roots, and we know that the extension degrees are multiplicative. So you have now this situation: the degree of extension of E over F, you can write it as degree of extension of E over F alpha, and then multiplied by degree of extension of F alpha over F. So it follows that the number of extensions from phi to sigma is actually phi to tau, and tau to sigma. So this thing represents the number of extensions phi to tau, and here you have tau to sigma. If you see the diagram, we are going from F to F alpha, means phi to tau, and F alpha to E means tau to sigma. Okay, so the number of extensions of number of isomorphisms extended from from F to E means first you go F to F alpha and then F alpha to E, means tau to phi to tau and then tau to sigma. So the number of extensions, so thus the number of extensions of phi to sigma is phi to tau and tau to sigma and tau to sigma. Okay, now but this thing this uh, tau to sigma is less than or equal to degree of extension of E over F. Okay, so therefore the whole thing would be tau to sigma is less than or equal to degree of extension of E over F alpha. So the whole thing would be actually less than or equal to degree of extension of E over F. Okay, and so is less than or equal to degree of extension of E over F, because this thing is less than or equal to degree of extension of E over F. And with equality, if Px is separable, means all the roots of Px and hence Fx are distinct. With equality, if all the roots of px, and hence fx are distinct, because any root of px is also a root of fx. Okay, so as a particular case, in particular, if I take f equal to f dash and phi be the identity, phi be the identity, then actually I am getting the automorphisms which fix f. Phi be the identity, it means that this polynomial fx and f dash x, they are same, and e and e dash are also same. So the isomorphisms of e to e dash, so the isomorphisms of e to e dash are actually the automorphisms when you restrict them to f, are automorphism. The isomorphisms of e to e dash are automorphisms of e, or automorphisms of e, automorphisms of e. When you restrict them on f, they are the identity, and therefore they fix f. Restricting to f, restricting to f is phi, and phi is the identity, and phi is the identity, means those automorphisms are actually fixing f. Okay, that is, they fix f, fix f. So this means what? This means therefore the group of automorphisms of e fixing f, its order is less than or equal to the degree of extension of e over with equality if fx is separable, means all the roots of fx are distinct. With equality if the polynomial fx is separable. Okay, so we have proved this proposition that if you have a polynomial, we have proved that if we have a polynomial fx over a field f and E is its splitting field, then the group of automorphisms of E fixing f, its order is less than or equal to the degree of extension of E over f, and it is exactly equal if this polynomial fx is separable. Okay, so we stop this lecture here. If you have questions, you can ask. If not, then I will leave, and hopefully we will discuss the other things in the next lecture. Any question? So let us stop this lecture here.